Hello everyone! Today I will show you the basics on how to use Simplex Noise. If you had played many games before, there must have been a point in time where you've heard of procedural terrain generation. What is it exactly, and what does it do? In a nutshell, procedural generation uses the noise values produced by algorithms such as Perlin or Simplex Noise. These values, when arranged in a grid, create interesting patterns and gradients that can be used for texturing or terrain making. But how do you apply the 2D Simplex Noise on a 2D plane, you ask? Well, to answer your question, first we need a loop. Let's say you have a 176 by 176 map, just like my map. You have to increment the x value by 1, then use a modular loop to loop it back to 0 once it reaches 176. Do the same for the y value, but this time, you need to only add 1 when x reaches 175. This is done to ensure that you reiterate through all points in the grid. To lower the noise in your graph, multiply x and y by the frequency that you want. You may use different frequencies for x and y to alter the pattern or make it look squished or elongated. You can also add or subtract a number from your x and y to move the origin of your graph to a different point. You can also apply the rotation formula to each x and y to rotate your graph by any angle. After doing all of that, plug the resulting x and y to the simplex operator to get a result value. Noise value is equals to simplex of x and y. However, you may notice that it only gives a value between -1 and 1. How do we fix that?
You've guessed it, Cholo. Well done. To get a range of 0 to 1, we add 1, then multiply by half.
Normalized value is equals to 0.5 times noise value plus 1. Now that your value is scaled, you can now use it to pack color or RGB value. Now draw a dot at the original x and y and use the normalized value in the pack colors options. It will automatically create a gradient for you. It should look like blurred squigglies with an EV Pokemon near 3015. But how does one make layered ranges out of blurry squigglies? Since you now have gradient values between 0 and 1, you can compare them so that they correspond to each of your block types. You can also use the raw values to create pseudo-random waves or generate sound. Here's the EV. Here's the rain. These are the layers. There are like 6 layers. Ta-da!